the more you masturbate and know how to please yourself, the more you can tell your partner.
That's right.
And
masturbating makes you better at sex.
Makes you better
Fact.
at sex.
Fact.
And also, like, takes the pressure off of them to have to fucking guess how to get you off. I hate this concept that's like, you know, your partner should be able to just figure out how to make you come. It took me 10 years to figure out how to make myself come. and I'm still figuring it out.
Oh, please don't ask. Don't ask, baby.
I'm so pleased to have the effervescent REN DAWE here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I know. It's okay. We just met
We
Ren.
didn't introduce her.
Well, this is. I'm sorry. You're so right. She's like, by the way,
also, I am
me.
a guest.
So I've got Lady Bird here, and she's sensing a security threat. But Ren and I have never met until now, and I saw that you were coming through town, and I was just like in love with the concept of your the tour that you're on. If you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about what brought you through to Portland, because I'm sure that anyone who's watching this episode will already know, but still, please let us in on what you're up to, Ren.
Tell the people. Thank you so much for having me, first of all. I love Portland. Definitely, like, not my first time here, but I am currently here on the Here to Pee tour, Word on the Street.
And you did already pee. The first thing you did when you came
It's
in,
true. I
showed you the bathroom because I knew that was what you wanted to do.
We are an all-trans lineup of comedians and performers, and we have a bunch of kind of variety show acts. In all of our stops, we're going to all 50 states.
That's amazing. I mean, that's just such a cool kind of even... I don't know.
It's like nice metric.
It sounds so cool. All 50 states, like that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
a lot.
Let me tell you, this country is real big.
This country is really big. I drove to Portland from Atlanta, and I drove across the country, and I was like, wow, this is mostly empty.
Yes.
I didn't realize it.
I had no idea that there was so much space in this country.
So where are you in the tour as far as like the beginning and end? And
oh gosh, it feels like it's been a long time, but it's been like a week. And we're basically touring until the end of the year, but we're doing chunks of the country. So we're on the West Coast leg of the tour right now.
You were in Seattle, I think, and
that's right.
Where are you off to next?
We have 2 shows in Portland and that are almost entirely sold out, which is wild. And then we are scooting down to California, and we have 2 shows in LA, and then Reno, Phoenix, Albuquerque, Salt Lake, and that's like the end of the East Coast run. And we've already
West Coast.
Pardon me, yes, West Coast. We started in Boulder. We went to Casper, Wyoming, and Missoula, Montana, and Boise, Idaho.
Wow.
Before we went to Seattle.
So have the shows been going well so far? I mean, I assume that they have. I've seen lots of really good feedback online. Can you? I don't want to kiss you right now.
He's like,
I know you love kissing.
I have feedback.
Sit down. Well, it's so exciting, and I think that like maybe it'll be a fun change of pace to do something like this rather than your set that you've probably got. You're very tight, like you've got your planned jokes, but this is an opportunity to like maybe a little bit of a haha
Yeah,
right?
No, this is lovely. It's cool to be a little bit more chill, and I mean, I certainly have like a tight 5, tight 10, tight whatever that I need to do when I need to do it. But like, if I don't change up the set every time, I will perish. I can't handle. I need to like have some like variety.
I don't think I've ever told a joke
like,
the exact same way twice, and I've never had a tight anything. I mean, 5, 10, 3. We're talking about jokes.
It's jokes.
I do have very tight other things.
Let it be known. It's been interesting. I like Denver's a really punchy city.
That's where you're
based,
yes, right? We were talking a little bit before.
I am a Denver comic.
So I like to ask like the basic kind of questions that I ask you to tell us, everyone watching, is like your pronouns, your relationship status, your orientation, like who you're into, and like the last time you got railed.
Okay.
So taking a step back, a little bit more. Who are you, and what's the perspective of sexuality and gender and status?
So, my name is Ren. My pronouns are he and they, and I keep saying he theys are the new himbos. So I don't know, spread that around, whatever that means to you. And
Oh my god, I don't know what it means, but it makes total sense.
It feels like it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels right.
And I am a trans man. I am queer in every sense of the word. And I am happily married to a very gay cis man.
That's
and
amazing.
We're in an open relationship, and which is very helpful when on tour.
Yeah.
And also for having, had a history of being a little slutty. So, very,
it takes one to know
nice.
one.
Yeah.
I've got you there.
It's nice to be allowed.
Yeah, I always say this thing. It's like I hate being judged for whorish things people think I've done. When it's like I'd rather be judged by the whorish things I've actually done. If they knew, they would not be judging me for that thing that they think I did. They'd be judging me
for the things
that I actually did.
Transparency.
And it just feels it's so annoying and frustrating to be like misunderstood.
Yeah.
No, everyone wants to be understood.
Oh gosh, did I answer all the questions? When was the last time?
When was the last time you got railed? And that's, in any sense of the word.
That's a good question. I guess the last good little hurrah I had was probably about 2 nights ago, and it was when I got to Portland.
That's awesome.
T for T, which was great.
Portland really has every type of queer, and I love that. Like I like to use the word queer as well, but I also like to use pan. The gender binary is just not encompassing enough. Like there's just so much in between, masculinity and femininity. And being pansexual means I will fuck anybody with a soul, which is actually not everyone.
That's not everyone.
It's not everyone.
That's really funny. I really
Thank
like
you.
that. It's so interesting because honestly the first queer identity, because man, we really went through it all. I really tried to be a lesbian, and I really was I was kind of just a militant
Being a lesbian is the
bisexual
hardest
for a
type
while,
of is
and,
the hardest thing to be.
and now I'm kind of a gay guy, or at least that's how it's the presentation is gay guy for sure. And I think that it's interesting because bisexual was the first term that I really loved. I find it was the first queer identity that I had that was it felt good and not icky. And so it's funny because it's I completely agree. I think a pansexual term is perfect. It's much more inclusive and helpful. And then there's I feel queer is good because it kind of is a larger umbrella term for that speaks to kind of my history of identities that I don't have anymore or people don't see me as anymore. And it's funny because bi is people have so moved on from the term bi, and I'm this old school. It's I'm not even a binary trans man, and I'm still just little closet bisexual. Actually,
well, bi erasure is real.
Bi erasure is real,
and bi hatred is real. I mean, there's so much. Who really hates bi people the most? Gays and lesbians.
I was gonna say other bi people. No.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we hate ourselves the most. I would say.
The other guys do. I was in a comedy show one time, and someone asked the audience what is the biggest threat in America right now, and some white lady in Denver very genuinely said bi erasure. And
the greatest threat to American security.
Threat to American.
Well, it's American life.
That's
I
right.
mean,
that's right.
It's such a big threat that most people don't even know about it yet.
I was wow.
Well, do you know the definition of bisexuality by Robin Oakes? I think she's
is this I'm attracted to genders like mine and not like mine?
I think it's I don't know. It's probably something like that, but I just know that she says it's something like I recognize my potential to be attracted to people of both genders. I mean, she's talking in bisexuality specifically. She says both genders, and recognize that I can be attracted to them in different ways at different times. Like it's not a 50-50, like I like half men and half women, but it's more just kind of like, you know, there's this difference also between your sexuality and like your romantic orientation.
Yeah, I think it's like fun to kind of break down, like you have like kind of romantic and platonic attraction and sexual attraction, and then there's like, for me, I think this other element of like there's a certain specific intimacy when you're making art with other people too, that is like very unique, because you might not even get along really well
outside
as
the
friends,
context of
but
that.
you like are really creatively compatible. And I think that's like so interesting, because I feel like that's another like level of like intimacy or attraction or like connection with someone. And so
I love friendship intimacy, and I've been well known to like enjoy having sex with my friends. It's not a promise, but it is something like I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing. I really fully believe that like you can fuck people who like you're not dating and still have a good friendship.
Yeah.
And I find that like people who are very like much more in sync with their like romantic and sexual interests, like people who have like, you know, I have friends who are genuinely like what you would call I forget what's it called, like demisexual or something, where they like need a romantic need romantic. I think it's demisexual.
Yeah, there's kind of like, I think for the demi people that I know, that it's more over like they're really wanting and needing a form of emotional safety with someone
can't
in order
be attracted.
to be able to like kind of foster a comfortableness.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'll fuck a
sexually.
stranger. I mean, not lately, but I have.
Oh, I have and I do.
Not that
I don't know. I enjoy that because
it's better. It makes the sex better. I'm sorry.
For me, it's just like a level of like energetic.
The more
output
I know
where I'm
you,
like, I don't need
the less
to
nasty
have
I
to
can be.
follow up.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no follow up email needed. There's no
email.
Like,
I've never sent a follow up email
thank
after
you for
sex.
your service.
I should
goodbye.
do that.
Like,
Do you have a template that you just like fill in
I
with the
literally-
grinder name?
Okay, shout
like,
out. This is so funny.
You do?
No, this is so funny. I literally had, I don't, but it was a joke. But hilariously, on that tone, I had someone go through my website that I had a really a really pleasant like hookup experience with like 3 years ago. And it was great. Like it was like very friendly, platonic, like casual hookup. And they found my website and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see that you're doing well. Like I hope you're all right. Like just like if you're in a like show in town, let me know. I'd love to come." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's so precious."
That's
like,
so sweet.
It was like the most like it was a it like in any other capacity that would feel almost stalkery, but I was just like, wow, what a lovely surprise. Like I hope
At least
they're
you
doing
remembered
well.
who they were. Like if you were like, wait, who is that?
Yeah,
I mean, that would be
there's
that,
definitely a couple that could probably
yeah,
because
because like back in the day, I had a like couple roommates who were my best friends, still my best friends, don't live together anymore. But recently they were like, "Hey, remember that guy that you were hooking up with, like Derek? How is that guy Derek doing?" I was like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Derek doing?
I genuinely, I
Derek,
was like,
if you're out there.
I was like, Derek who? And no, well, he is out there. I know who he is now.
Derek,
After
if
they
you're
reminded,
watching.
I was like, how is that guy?
let us know how you're doing. In the
Derek, I'm
comments.
sorry. I hope everything's good.
Hope you're all right, buddy.
It's really not personal. It's a me problem, not a you problem.
How's Derek doing?
Yeah,
Oh my
I hope
God, that's so
I
funny.
want the best for all my exes. I genuinely don't sleep with people and don't get with people who I would wish badly upon after breaking up.
No. I think there's only
just
like
not my
one
nature.
or two people that I ever like was intimate with where I'm just like, yo, fuck that person.
Well, I have a couple of those too, but like I also very radically like let go of grudges because
yes,
I just can't.
Oh God,
I just
don't have
can't.
the energy to
I don't
not
know.
be forgiving.
I have a
people
lot
right
of
now,
other
Pam. I
shit
don't
I've got to
know.
worry about. I just don't hold on to the
Yeah.
grudges.
Yeah, that's very real for me right now.
I feel like we should take some questions because you have
I
some.
can't believe
we've
there's
got questions that are specifically for you. And this form is anonymous, and so typically, like if I have a comic on, I'm not trying to like cater or like put certain questions for certain people. I'm trying to make it very general, but I do just copy and paste them like a screenshot, so they're coming to you exactly as they were delivered to me. Right? I'm just the vector for these questions. Here to pee. How do I get my genderqueer crush to go on a date with me?
That's so wholesome.
Isn't that cute?
This is so wholesome. Oh my gosh, how do I get my genderqueer crush to go on a date?
It's a really beautiful reminder that this show is ranging from like very wholesome, like I have a crush on someone, to like, what's the biggest thing I can put in my asshole without dying? I mean, life is about.
I am not a scientist, but I will attempt to.
Well, we have the internet.
Help you figure this out.
But we'll start with something very sweet.
But I do have the internet. How do I get my genderqueer crush to go on a date with me? Okay, what you're gonna do is you're going to do a little, like, it's kind of like, you know, if you're trying to call in someone who's passed away, you know, and you make a little like altar of things. Like,
I was so confused.
This is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be.
Okay.
You're gonna do a little,
A
you know what I
seance?
mean? Yeah, we're gonna do a little seance to like bring in the cute crush to go on a date. We're gonna manifest it.
Yeah,
We're manifesting
I like
it together.
that. Burn some
How are we
sage.
manifesting this genderqueer crush? That's right. We're gonna need some sage. I'm gonna need some sandalwood. I'm probably gonna need some, like, I don't know, depending on what kind of genderqueer spectrum that they're on. I feel like it's either like I need some very like floral kind of Macy's perfume, or I need like full ocean charged crush Axe body spray.
Or like
I
maybe
need
poppers.
That's right. Anywhere. That's right. And then there's your third cat. That's right. I'm gonna need a very sensible vibrator. A very like
sensible vibrator.
sensible
A very
vibrator.
mindful and
And
demure little
That
vibrator.
is correct.
And then you're gonna go. Zzz.
What am I? I'm gonna need probably, I don't know, some sort of like, single earring. We need one, just one of the pair.
And 10 rings.
That's right. As I have like 4 rings on mine. I don't know. Is there a way that we can summon the essence of a stick and poke tattoo? Like
send them a picture of what you're doing. And
that's
then,
right. Let them know.
If the seance doesn't work, then you've just got the very clear kind of, hey, I'm having a seance to get you to like me, which shows that I care. Do you want to go on a date?
That's cute. I have like, it's interesting because it's like, do you actually have pickup lines? I have like gay pickup lines.
Yeah, I have
that
pickup lines,
use.
of course.
What's a pickup line that you would use for this? For
So I like to keep it very simple, which is like, I think you're gorgeous. Because like
that would get me.
Calling someone like saying, oh, like, girl, you're so cute, or like, hey, you're hot. It's like,
it's a little bit more direct.
I think you're gorgeous with a smile and eye contact is a pretty clear like.
That is the
I want to fuck you.
Yeah, that's good.
Also, like, I think things like, are you seeing anyone? Is a very clear like, I want to know if you are single. Because if the answer is yes, then you can be like, oh, that's like cool. Like, tell me about your partner.
I feel like in Portland, it's like, are you seeing anyone? The answer is like, yes, but that's not a deal breaker.
Yes, and
yes,
I'm seeing 3 people. I'm like, which one's your least favorite? Tell me about them.
Yes, anding my way into this relationship.
I don't know. Do you have your pickup lines?
I have a couple. I will often like try to kind of get them into conversation to then find out some reason to come back, if that makes sense, to basically be like, oh, like, you're not from here, where are you from? Oh, that's cool, like, I actually go there like pretty often.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's really neat. Oh, like, yeah, you're gonna be there in that time. Well, great. I mean, I'm happy for the excuse to see you again.
Yeah, I
like,
actually
always be looking for like the cute flirty excuse to see him again.
And I also like, I totally love that. Like, I'm always the first person to be like, let's exchange information.
Yeah.
I like to say the term, do you want to be Instagram friends?
That's right. I do that too. I go like, do you want to be
friends on the internet?
What's your internet of choice?
What's your at?
Yeah.
What's your at? And I think that
Exactly.
also just like, this person maybe is underestimating how much people love to be told someone has a crush on them. I mean, everyone wants.
Oh my gosh, when people say
they have a crush on you, like it's like
good feeling.
Unless they're like trying to be like awful, but I mean, which is the case with a lot of mostly like cis straight guys are that they don't know how to do this. So, but I mean, among the people that I know, I think it would be totally acceptable to send a DM.
Saying,
that
oh my
says
God, I have the biggest crush on you.
saying, I have a crush on you.
Yeah.
I'd love to go out sometime. And then you have to add the caveat, which is always like, still want to be your friend if the answer is no. Not like no worries if not, because no worries if not kind of means worries if not.
No more no worries if not.
Yeah,
no, I like that. That's
I would
good,
just, yeah.
I'm gonna
No
start
worries
doing
if
that.
not
That's
kind
good.
of implies like, okay, it's whatever, but like,
Yeah.
I still want to be friends, even if the answer is no, is a much more clear invitation and like indication that, you are not a threat and that this person can be honest with you.
Yeah, I like never. It's so interesting, and because it's like I think that there's is this like arrogant of me to be like it's like I don't even like give like the no worries if not, you know what I mean? Like
No, yeah,
I feel
I
like
think
it's
that
just like at a certain level where I'm like
I wouldn't typically be like that either because I have a very, confident cunt. But like this person
it's
is
giving
indicating
confident cunt.
this one's giving overly mindful, overly demure. Just get out there.
Just get out there. I feel like yes. Okay, so yeah, final answer, locking it in.
Just get over it.
It's
Final
just-
answer is just get over it and just fucking do it. Just do it.
Just do it,
Exactly.
bruv.
Exactly.
No, we're gonna
Bruv,
do.
have
we're
you been
gonna-
in England?
We're gonna do a tiny seance. We're going to manifest that they're gonna say yes. We're going to be blunt and be like, oh my God, I have such a big crush on you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna find an excuse to see him again. And we're not gonna say no worries if not.
Yeah, I love that. And then we're gonna make a fist, and then
Power Rangers.
I was gonna say
There it is.
this is maybe a little bit of a callback to a previous guest. Of course, Mixalia Bell.
Yeah.
So she
We're
was
on tour together.
Yeah, I know. She was on my New Year's Eve show, and we were talking about fisting, and I was like, well, everyone, if you've ever actually been involved in anything like that, it can't go in as a fist. It's got to start like this, and then you reform the fist when you're inside, if you feel that that's appropriate. But this is just like, it's not going to go in.
And so if you want to go see my tour mate giving you a demonstration of how to fist properly, then you should go.
Also on our
watch that.
Instagram, there's reels of it.
Have you seen those like dildos that look more like this?
Exactly. That is the proper fist.
Like that's really what
That's
fisting
what we're
should
talking
be. If
about.
it's like this, it's a little bit like,
Yeah, you gotta work up to that.
It's a little bit.
The little fingers, a little.
You would have had to put it in and then reform the fist once you're inside.
Yes, that's the move. That is the move. Not that I would know.
Not that I would know. I would never.
Check out Mixalia Bell. She's amazing.
Thanks.
Let's do another question. Embarrassed to ask, do you ever wear jock straps?
This is so interesting because I love jock straps, but I don't love the way that they look on me. I feel
bet
like
you have a
they're
really cute
so...
tushy.
Oh my God. Thank you. No, it's more of the front, and it's like it's the only time that I like. It's like that I would even consider like packing.
Yeah.
Actually, I like make a lot of packer jokes. For those of you that don't know, a packer is like a fake dick that it's basically just a flaccid.
It's also my
dildo.
football team too.
That's right.
Mostly I'm in it for the hats. Back to Packers.
J'adore.
So
the
yeah,
only
for
time
those
I
who don't
typically
know,
wear
a packer is
yeah.
what again?
It's a little fake dick that you put.
It's flaccid. It
in-
looks
yeah,
flaccid.
Yeah. It's like a little flaccid, like silicone, like jiggly bit that will make you look like you have jiggly bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work in the adult toy industry, and those are like the most adorable, like least offensive things to look at.
They're
because,
usually a lot of ball. They're very ball forward.
Yeah,
I think
ball
It's like-
under and forward.
That's right. It's very ball heavy. I'll be surprised because you'll get a packer and it's like balls and then like pee pee and you're
like a Roman
I guess-
statue.
Yeah,
or like
I guess
Greek
that's like
statue?
accurate to like true to life, I guess. But like it's still sometimes I'm just like, man, I just guess I don't know penises as well as I like to think that I do.
No
but,
one really does. They're full of surprises, and I'm sick of it.
Okay.
Gross.
Can I ask a question to the room?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what a frenulum is?
Yeah.
No. Do
Seriously? You don't
This
know
is
what that
I'm
is?
saying. This is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
Adam
You
does.
Do. You do.
Jesse doesn't.
You don't know what a frenulum is. No.
You're about to learn.
It's like the little thumb spot on like the head of the penis.
On the end, it's like the little
You know what I'm
seam.
talking about? Like it's the yeah.
Right at the
See?
end. Of course it has a name.
Of course it has a name. And I know this because I wikied out how to suck a dick when I was 11 years old because I wanted to be prepared.
Yeah.
And guess what? We are, motherfuckers.
We're
okay?
prepared,
We're
yeah. And
fucking prepared.
enthusiastic participants. I hate it when people complain about sucking dick. It's like, it's the most fun thing in the world. I'm sorry. I hate
John
to.
has such a wonderful joke about that.
Yeah,
Like, no, they have a really excellent joke on that.
I think that it's like a beautiful, fun position of power to be in because all you have to do is like bite and then buy.
I just like I just like going down on all people. Like
Yeah.
I love all. I really have. It's very rare I've met a genital that I wasn't like into in some ways. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty about it.
It's a
But,
very
like-
if you're in the mood, it's like I don't care. Bring it at me. Like
Bring
yeah.
it at me.
Yeah.
Bring it at me.
Go
Go Packers.
Do you like Lord of the Rings? You like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
You know when Gimli goes, "Bring your pretty axe to my face." Bring your
That
pretty
part.
axe to my face. I just
Oh
love.
my god.
Or sorry, no. Bring your pretty face to my axe. God damn it!
Bring your pretty axe to my face.
Bring your pretty face
I'll
to
bring
my
this.
axe.
I'll bring my axe wound to a face.
Honestly, it works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I've
All of this
never.
to say, I
knew
do
this
wear
question
jockstraps.
was not for me.
I do wear jock straps. I wish that there was a jock strap that, and I think that I like tried to buy one that's like basically like a jock strap for people that don't have like penis equipment, and it still didn't look right. Like it didn't fit well, and I was like,
You need
I
a
don't want
seamstress.
that.
I'm sure that you have fans or somebody who does.
If someone wants to make me a jock strap that fits my genitals, then I'll wear it.
Honestly, like that could be a whole business. Like you could actually make merch. I would say like make merch, make jock straps for trans guys.
Make jock straps for
and
trans
like
men.
get somebody to design them.
Someone's
Get
gotta be doing
Skims
that.
to design it for you or something.
up?
Kim Kardashian. I
What's
know
up?
you'll do
Who-
any collab.
I'm like, Tommy Hilfiger, you
Who
wanna
won't you?
co-brand this?
Who won't you collab with?
who
I
won't you
mean,
collab with?
I feel like you could definitely like maybe do
That would be
a good
cool.
deed by.
good deed.
I think that it's very important for clothes to fit people, and that if you are having that problem,
If
like
there's any trans seamstresses out there that want to make merch with me to make jock straps that I look cute in, then you know what?
I'd buy one
Hit
'cause
me
then
up.
I-
Slide
you
up
know-
in these DMs and I will slide you under my ass cheeks.
I've always felt left out by jock straps.
Mhm.
I really,
They're so hot. I love when like, especially like my husband will like dress up for me sometimes,
Yeah.
and like I am so hot for that. I love being like, you want to just be a little underwear model for me? Okay.
it was when I was
That's
a
very
kid.
sexy.
I was in Toronto where I grew up. I went to the National Ballet School of Canada, which is in
Wow.
downtown Toronto. It's in Boys Town, which is in like what
Boys Town.
they call it in Toronto, the gayborhood. The gay neighborhood. And I remember being 11 and like getting out of dance class, and it was Pride. And 11-year-olds are like this tall, right? And I left school, and there were like
just in a sea.
crowd in a sea of asses, a sea of asses. And I just
sea of
remember thinking like,
ass.
everyone's ass here is so nice.
Gosh, ain't that the? I'm just like, where are these? I wish that like this is so
Carved
funny.
from
I've
marble.
been wildly accepted by like the gay men community that I'm like like most of those homies are like real homies, but like they still will not let me into the secret of the proper glute exercises.
I don't know what it is. It's a beautiful thing. I love men's butts. I think we can all agree that men's
Love men
butts
butts.
are
Love man butts.
It's like one of the best things about them, especially
Yeah.
in the jock straps. One more question. It's okay, Lady Bird. She's security.
Security.
Ren Q, how do you respond to homophobes on Grindr?
Come here. Like that. I respond like that. I don't, frankly. I just like, I'm
Good.
like, "Pff, blocked. Thanks for the extra whatever.
I love that.
I'm good. No, don't. You
Don't
need-
respond.
You don't need to respond.
That's
I
really
mean,
good advice. Don't respond.
Like why? Like why try? Like I'm trying to get laid.
Lady Bird, come here. It's okay.
You know, I'm not trying to like.
I'm not trying to fix the world's problems.
That's right. I ain't trying to like cause trouble. I'm trying to fight like that. Come here.
Yeah, this is actually it's good to like just disengage you don't need to respond to hate. We were talking about this before. It's
you
like,
really don't actually. Like, I think that like if the thing that because I got really caught up in this for a while and in like the comments on the internet, and now I think that I'm like in a place of like, okay, can I respond to this in a like funny way?
Yeah.
Can I respond to this in an
can I exploit
empowered
you?
way?
And
Can I respond to this in a compassionate way? And if it is no to all of those things, then I delete it or I do not respond to it.
Say that again. Wait, so it's
Can I respond
funny?
to this funny? Can I do it in like an empowering way? In a way that like not just like in a like fuck that guy empowered way, but like in a way that actually like it draws attention back to like, no, like this is fine or I'm okay or like whatever, and like can it be compassionate? And usually those kind of overlap, and so it's like if you get it one yes, then chances are you can probably get all three.
I love that.
But if you get no yeses, then like it's not worth your time.
I actually, it didn't occur to me until I saw this that there would be homophobes on Grindr. It feels like some sort of
I wonder
paradox.
Yeah,
but then I think about, of course, like internalized homophobia and how many people are out there like using a Grindr probably for like closeted interactions.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of straights on Grindr.
Exactly.
And like I think that moreover, I'll get like some. I don't know. I get the question of like how to like transphobes on Grindr, and like shockingly, there's just not actually that. I've not encountered that many.
Well, that's good.
All over the country. Like, they certainly exist. But, like, moreover, I get more people that are just, like, it's cute but obnoxious, where people will be like, I've never been with a trans man. Would you be my first? Would you teach me how to be? This is such a dream come true.
Important
and I'm like,
thing
okay,
to bring
but
up,
like,
which is like how, it's actually, it's something that occurs to me a lot, which is like, how do you, like, hit on trans folks without making them feel objectified? And obviously, how do you hit on anyone without making them feel objectified? Like, it should be the same, right? But I think it's maybe worth a moment of education, like to state that no, you should not pursue someone just because they're trans, and at the same time, you could pursue someone if their transness is arousing to you, but it's a delicate balance.
It's so interesting because I used to be really judgy about this, and now I'm a little bit less judgy about it. I think that, like, if someone's gonna be a dick, that's like clear, you know? But like, I used to be like, I don't know, why would they even like want that? And then I started to sleep with other trans people, and I was like, yo, this is fucking great. Whoa. This is amazing. Obviously, people would want this. I want this.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
So now I am like myself a bit of a chaser, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, but now it's like, now I'm just owning it. Daddy chaser, like. Any sort of trans adjacent chaser, probably same. Me too, buddy. I get it.
I love that for you, and I think
don't objectify people like obtusely. Like, that's bad, but also
we are all objects in space and time
to
a certain extent. Yeah.
People are hot.
This show is brought to you by Cheese Bitch. One more question, I think.
Ooh.
How do I stop feeling shame
after I masturbate?
Oh,
poor babies.
I also feel like I am cheating on my partner every time I do it.
Wow. There is a lot to unpack here. Okay, so how do I...
Therapist is the first person I would recommend. Yes, is a sex-positive therapist.
Yes, that.
Which is, I think, not every therapist. You need to do some like research into the the areas of expertise of different therapists, because therapists can make things worse if they're going to be like, you should feel ashamed. That is wrong.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. We want a sex positive therapist. I think that, like, man, this is
You're not cheating on your partner. Like, if you ask this question, I'm looking right into the camera. You are not cheating on your partner by masturbating. You're doing them a favor, and you're doing yourself a favor.
Yeah, I think that, like, it's tough, right? Because I think that growing up, there is definitely a lot of even really, I don't know, liberated, really open-minded or whatever kind of communities that are still kind of shameful about masturbating. The only conditions that we know about it are like, you get caught, you need to do it in the dark, you need to do it alone, you shouldn't talk even talk to your family about it. Like, you shouldn't ask questions. Like, if you do it, you should probably, you probably need like dirty materials that you need to acquire in weird
Which
ways.
is also
Like,
okay.
that's,
it is
yeah.
okay to, but
And, like,
acquire them in legal ways.
That's what I'm saying. It's like no, like 100%. Like you should just be allowed to do those things without any sort of like veil of shame. It shouldn't need to be done under the blanket of night. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. You're allowed to just do this. And also like this is a perfectly normal body thing. Like it's totally okay to like be able to explore yourself and to be curious about your body and to like have fun and bring pleasure to your body. There is no shame in that. And your partner should want that for you. And they should want to bring that to you also, hopefully. And so, like, I would say just, like, being able to give a little bit of compassion to self that, like, we were brought up in a culture that, like, makes you think that this is, like, dark and dirty, and it's just not. Like, it's okay.
The worst thing about, like, shame culture is that, like, it's... Even if you're not like yourself in some sort of, community or environment that is like got a religious reason for saying you shouldn't masturbate, like separate from that, taking one step back, like those kind of messages, they seep into all different parts of culture, even if your family's not like that. I mean, we live in a purity kind of society where like even public nudity and like the idea of the body being like inappropriate in and of itself. Portland is really not like that. I mean, I think I've never been to an American city that has more nude beaches. I mean, I feel like that could just never happen. I lived in Atlanta for a long time. A nude beach in Atlanta, I feel like everyone would just be arrested.
A nude beach in Atlanta. I don't know. I'd be down for that. I'd have a good time. I love Atlanta.
I would love it.
Atlanta?
Not that there aren't, nude gatherings in some places in Atlanta, but like for example, like here in Portland, there's like the nude beaches that are like
there's a whole kink community and then an extension of that community, and it has like the adjacent community over here, and they're like all up in the queer community, and like
Portland's a very like body positive place in general. I think that in other parts of this country it's not. And I also my thing that I was saying earlier, it's like the more you masturbate and know how to please yourself, the more you can tell your partner.
That's right. And masturbating makes you better at sex.
Makes you better at sex.
Fact.
And also, like, takes the pressure off of them to have to fucking guess how to get you off. I hate this concept that's like, your partner should be able to just figure out how to make you come. It took me 10 years to figure out how to make myself come. And I'm still figuring it out in some ways.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, like, bodies change. Bodies are
bodies change, and also like it's just I don't know. It's different tools available coming on the market. I mean, leaving on the market. It's coming, going,
coming on all over the market.
Coming all over the market. I think that this person is definitely like not alone. Of course, no one's alone in these, but
nobody's alone.
I feel that you need to be nicer to yourself.
Yeah, gosh, give yourself a little bit of slack, man. You're allowed. Oh my gosh, there's just like. My mom was actually really sweet on this with me, like growing up and like getting in trouble or like getting caught in like sexy circumstances with other people or whatever. And she was just like, honey, like life is too short for you to not be pursuing some pleasure for yourself.
Oh, you're so lucky. That's such
what a lovely
frame.
frame.
What's a
Thank
lovely...
goodness. I hope that people can at least take that away to be like, I don't know. Life is short. Like
that's really sweet.
Get laid, or lay yourself, or like it's fine. Like don't feel bad about it.
I tell the story a lot, but when I was a teenager, I used to masturbate to the music video for "Hey Jude," because Paul McCartney just stares right into the camera.
Hey, Olivia.
You like that eye contact?
I love that eye contact with Paul McCartney.
With
specifically,
Paul McCartney.
It's like Paul. But my parents. They would always say, Olivia loves the Beatles. And, it was just like something that, my family liked. And I was like, yeah, I'm masturbating a lot to that song.
Loves the Beatles.
Loves the Beatles.
I would masturbate to Britney Spears music videos, the dancers.
And Beyonce and Rihanna videos too. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Pour It Up.
She-Wolf. The She-Wolf music video.
I don't even know that one. I'll just never forget the pour It Up when she's
good.
like on the pole and There's a little bit of water on the ground. Yeah, I watched that. I think it's the music
Little bit
video.
of water
Like
on the
a
ground.
million of the views are
A
mine.
little bit of water on the
A
ground.
million-
You're like,
A million
I'm
of the
wet
views
too.
are mine. Yeah, it's nothing but wetness. It's been a real pleasure having
It's
you
been wonderful.
on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime you come through Portland, please hit me up. And
Bless.
I just am so like in awe and impressed by you and your tour, and really support you
Thank you.
in every way that I can.
Bless. Yeah, let the beautiful people please do come to the Here to Pete tour. We're going to all 50 states, so chances are we are going to be in a city near you. And if you want us to come to a city near you, then let us know where you are, and we will try to make that happen. And it's cool. We're donating to LGBTQ nonprofits every single step of the way.
Oh yeah,
And so
it's really
yeah.
important. I
Really
really
cool.
I appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for
you.
having me. Bless.
Aw, please don't ask. Don't ask, baby.